I'm with Eric Demaree. We're in very cold Washington, D.C. We're at the Carpet One convention. And Eric, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's always great to see you, David.
It's good to see you, and I appreciate you having us here.
Well, thank you.
Give us the lowdown on this convention.
This is going to be the best convention ever. The lowdown is really built around three things. We have some exciting proprietary new brands with new technology, both in the soft and hard surface, so we're looking forward to that. We have a whole new digital platform with a new marketing vice president who's brought a whole wealth of experience from her background with several major retailers, including Ross Discount Stores and Staples, and she helped build the Martha Stewart brand for Staples, and a very talented woman. Has been with us about 3 months now, is doing just spectacular things. We're going to reveal our national promotions, which will encompass the whole store, so that'll excite the members. And then we'll talk about what's next in technology and what we're doing with our databases, how we're going to make it easier for our members to run their business, how we take technology to the next level.
That's an awful lot of stuff to talk about. You're going to do this at the general session, which is coming up here in a few minutes.
Well, we did something a little different this time. Normally we have a general session, but when you're doing as much comprehensive work, including a revamp of our selective floor selling system, we figured we would do 4 one-hour-long breakouts. So it's more intimate, because we've got about 1,000 people here. So you get 250 people in a smaller ballroom. Then the buyers and the merchants can spend that time answering questions, going through with our suppliers in detail the programs, and then they take a 15-minute break and they rotate. So it kind of moves people around, makes it easier. And then, of course, after today, we'll have the stockholders meeting, and we had a record year, so they're going to be thrilled when they see their rebate checks. And then we'll be out on the exhibit floor with our suppliers. We have 120 some odd suppliers here, and we'll open the exhibit floor for 3 days this time. All of our members wanted more time, so they'll be excited about that.
Tell me about the new Selective Floor.
Selective Floor has been out there for 14 years, and as you know, it's by far the longest sustainable merchandising system ever introduced in carpeting. It has generated, at this point, billions of dollars. At 14 years, it's the same system, same hardware, but we designed it way back when to enhance it by changing graphics, by changing the photography, by changing the messaging board. And of course, with the evolution of warranties, you have to keep advancing things like pet proof and moisture control, et cetera, et cetera. So we've been able to do that. Now, we don't do that in a vacuum. And unlike a lot of other groups, we're not a buying group, we're a retailers for retailer group. So when we talked about Selective Floor 18 months ago, we picked 9 members. We brought them in for a day and a half. We went through in detail all the good, the bad, the ugly, what needs to be fixed. Then we didn't stop there. We brought in 10 sales professionals from all over North America, and they spent a day and a half with our merchants and buyers. And it's interesting. The ones that really work the system give you tremendous input of how to make it easier for the consumer to select the product. They're going to be extremely excited. Now, the total revamp will probably be the second largest sample placement in the history of the flooring business. You know, when you're doing as many stores as we do across 360 products, but it's well worth the investment.
So how will the new be different from the old?
Lots of difference, different categories, different lifestyles to keep up with today's current trends, different sample format, a much more compact, easier to use sample. Easier to carry, easier to hold. Larger sample formats for the popular LCLs and the pattern goods. And graphic boards and messaging, imagery that nobody's ever seen before in the flooring business. And when you see it on the floor, you're going to say, man, this is very striking.
And that's really because carpet is such a confusing product to understand.
Yeah, it is, but if you think about it, David, what does everybody want? They want the right look, the right style, the right color, the right texture. Oh, and by the way, at a price I can afford. You know, all the other stuff is just hanging fruit, whether it's no mat, no crush, or lifetime. That comes after. But let's find the right style, the right texture. And this kind of, as you know, it simplifies your ability to take the consumer. If I'm a sales professional on the floor, it's the easiest way to present carpet that exists today.
You said the people, when you had the salespeople and the salespeople that really use it were very, 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 very helpful. Is it difficult to get salespeople to really use it day in and day out?
No, the beauty of the system is, as an entrepreneurial, independent business owner, you can pick and choose a la carte. You know, entrepreneurs wake up in the morning, they do what they want, when they want, and how they want to do it. So if you want to use it as a library, as a last go-to, fine. It's designed for that. If you want to use it for a starting point to begin the sales process, because we've connected Select the Floor now with our freestanding brands. And everything we do is basically good, better, best, premium, and there's no secret to it. I mean, you start with our polyester lines and Resista, and our brands with nylon and Tigressa's Cherish for the soft line, and then you go to the Innovia renewable system, and then you go to the Mercedes-Benz, which is Lee's. You know, Lee's now, my gosh, we've been 15 years. I mean, it's still the most successful carpet system that we have. And Mohawk has done an outstanding job of helping us keep that line going. And our members are very devoted to their brands. So that works. But the Select the Floor system is really there to complement the way you want to run your business.
The new that we're seeing in carpet, Shaw, Mohawk, new, talk about that. Talk about the whole direction that new is taking and the quality of that.
Well, I think that, you know, the quality of carpets today are better than they've ever been. You know, the fiber systems, from the softness to the silks from Mohawk to the nylon products that Shaw's bringing out, different backings that are out in the marketplace now. I think they've done a great job of evolving and keeping up and adding, you know, new features and benefits and product attributes. You know, everybody says, well, carpet's shrinking, carpet's shrinking. Well, that may be so, but it's still 50%. I mean, it's just bigger than all the other categories combined. And at retail, there's a lot more profit in carpet and cushion, as you know, than in some of the commodity products. And primarily because the lumber liquidators and the depots, they kind of give away the hardwoods and laminates, and it makes it very tough to maintain a reasonable margin. Now, we do a substantial amount of business in those. I mean, our wood business was up double digit. But, you know, carpet is still, you know, we're probably 55%, 45% hard surface, and I don't see it getting much smaller than that. Average tickets have gone up, which is nice because of the new introduction of Lee's, and as you know, we added a studio design collection, so that's been very helpful in raising the average ticket.